Good timing. Good timing. Yes, hi.
I'm Kevin.
One's all signed. We want to skip to the presentation while everybody's right here.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you for letting me jump in and be first. This is wonderful. And for joining me here tonight. Holly and Kevin got the W.H.A.T Robinson Award from the main guides. And it's really unique because they're the first couple to have received this award together. And Polly's came just recently, and of course Kevin's was a couple of years back, I think now. Other way around.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
got
should
the other way
have done
around.
it first because I'm older.
That's
They
right.
had more experience, but that's okay.
That's right. That's right. And so it was seeing Kevin's award that made me realize that we had missed giving one to Polly. So I appreciate having a moment to come here and do this. And of course, part of this award is that they have to be active either in the community or in some sort of outdoors club and giving back. So it's being guides for 20 years and being active for 10 of those, but also other than just their own business, they have to be actively engaged in promoting the outdoors and the community. So I think it's just a great time to recognize what's wonderful in the town of Newry, and their guide service is that, and they are assets to this community and this town. So I thank you for letting us do that. And so Kevin's award, I think I mailed to you, might be.
Yes.
Yes. But so tonight we have Polly's, and I would like to read this. So, State of Maine, be it known to all that we, the members of the Senate and House of Representatives, join in recognizing Polly Mahoney of Newry, who received the W.H.A.T Robinson Legendary Guide Award from the Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. We extend our congratulations and best wishes, and be it ordered that this official expression of sentiment be sent forthwith on behalf of the 131st Legislature and the people of the state of Maine. So congratulations, Polly. And you're not the first woman to receive this, right? Second woman, yes. So a round of applause for that. I think that's pretty amazing. And what is it for you, if you don't mind? I would love to, I didn't read up on what part of your business is like engaged with the community and what, so for that part of the Wiggins Award, what is your engagement there?
Well, we have one of our first junior guides sitting right there.
Yeah.
Rained the whole time.
Yeah.
Never forget.
And that Selectman there, his son was up, did Gerard do it too?
When he was in Tiger Cubs,
Yeah.
and actually my son and daughter both went on
Yeah.
river canoe trips
Yeah.
with them when they were
Yeah, yeah.
When the life jackets came up
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Took
I
6
remember
kids
him
to
taking them
40.
out to Songo Pond, trying to drown them, making them flip a canoe over.
Very important.
And they went through all that process. I think, what was it, the Dead River that you took them through first, or the Little River or something?
We did our
Jackman
whitewater
or
training
somewhere?
up at the base of the Rapid River. And then we finished with a run through the rapids at Arrow. And the whole bridge was covered with the kids' families, and on the banks and hooting and hollering. And
Yeah. Yeah. Videos of that somewhere.
I think we have photos. We
Yeah.
definitely have
I think
pictures.
Don Sylvia went up and took.
And to further give him
Yeah.
credit, when my son was in Cub Scouts
Yeah.
and Tiger Cubs and everything, he says, well, why don't I come over and give him a ride in the dog sled? They probably never done that before.
Oh my gosh.
So Kevin come over, he took us all for a dog sled ride. I mean, he's been a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Like
They
that.
both have.
Yeah.
Likewise,
That's
it goes 2 ways.
Yeah.
It goes 2
Yeah,
ways.
well, obviously well deserved, and I'm glad that I could come up and just, make some more recognition for everything that you guys have obviously brought to the community. So it's people like you that make Maine rich and the place that we love to live, right? And so thank you for that. Do you care if we get a photo with them and like all of us here? Would that be great?
Why
Sure.
not?
Thanks, let's do it. Is that
Where do
okay?
you want us to stand?
I'm taking over your stand.
Please do.
Get right over there with them.
We'll kick you out when we get sick.
Okay.
So where should we
One
sit?
on
Here, I
each
don't wanna
side
be
of
in.
it.
Where
Yeah,
was
I'm
the
right
tall
over
green
here.
tall?
You're good. You be right there.
Okay.
We'll do this.
Okay.
All right, take,
Not blocking anyone?
take, move closer to Gary. There we go.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's Brooksy. He's got it.
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Does that mean we're on TV?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're on TV.
Yeah.
Now you're world famous.
live on the World Wide Web.
Wow, I love Maine.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'll give it- I'll give
Just
it-
kidding. Congratulations to both of you.
Yes.
It'll write in the paper.
Yes. You're on the website. I might
Yes.
have stole a couple photos from your website and put them on our website.
Yes, yes, so you have to look at
You have to
NewryMaine.org.
look, yeah.
Yeah,
Only
you're right on the,
Only the second woman ever. That's
pretty impressive.
pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
Pretty good.
Yes, very nice. Well, thank you all so much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
So I guess you get back to business.
Yeah.
Sorry for holding up your meeting.
No, not a problem. Thank you. Yeah.
We might have to stay 2 extra minutes.
You know, the other day when you were mowing the field, like right by our house, I thought it was Kevin. I thought, I'll bring him a donut, that'll make him feel real good.
You
And
should
I
get a
was
donut.
going the other way, and I went out, I'm like, wait, it doesn't look like Kevin. I'm like, nice, that was you.
So I never
You
did
almost
get it to
got
get
it.
my donut.
I only had one.
Oh, she ate it.
That was so funny.
It's a thought that counts.
That's right.
Did anybody note any errors or omissions from meeting minutes for August 20th, 2024?
See any, I'll make a motion to accept
Yeah,
it as read.
yeah.
I was second the motion.
And moved and seconded that we accept the preliminary meeting minutes for August 20th, 2024. All those in favor?
In favor.
If it ain't the third, just follow suit.
I think it is.
It is,
Okay,
I think.
it is. That's what I wrote on my stuff. But that's okay.
Oh, it is, we get too much on the birthday.
Well, if we'd known that, we could've got everybody to sing happy birthday.
Live on TV?
Yes, that's right.
Any adjustments to the agenda?
Yes. Simmons Brook Bridge, we haven't, wanna add that, and I also have a letter for petty cash stuff that I wanna add too.
Alrighty. Any announcements? Public comment? No public hearings, well, no items for discussion and possible action. We just had
Yeah, just do that.
Lisa King's presentation. Consider appointing a third-party inspector.
We have a letter in here, and Joelle will speak to that.
So in the UDRO, when we need to have a third-party inspector reviewing work as it's completed on a job site, development that we've approved at the planning board, per the UDRO, you all have to appoint that third-party inspector. So in the letter, I've given you two examples, two recommendations, excuse me. Steve Robert and Will Haskell, both perfectly capable engineers.
So Steve Woodward works for the state.
He is a third-party inspector for DEP for the state of Maine, yes.
So it doesn't matter if he's already a third-party inspector?
According to our attorney, no,
There's no conflict of interest.
because
Yeah.
according to Jim, our attorney, he's a licensed professional, he can keep his separate identity that he needs to for the DEP as well as what we need him to review per our standards in the UDRO. The Unified Development Review Ordinance. Let me spell that out, because not everybody knows what the UDRO is.
And we've used Squirrel Farm before.
Yeah, and Steve is willing, so this really comes down to,
Do you recommend one over the other?
I do not.
Okay.
No.
Well, it might make more sense to have Steve do it because he's already up in the area, or he could be in the,
Probably a little
Doing
more
it.
familiar with the project.
if
Yeah,
he's already here, then
he is already here, yeah.
so it might be, make sense that while he's here, we hire him to do our third-party inspection.
It
Does that
happens
make sense?
every day of the week, yeah. It makes sense. Gold Palmer, Will Haskell did our third-party review of the subdivision. So he may not have boots on the ground, but he is familiar with our ordinance and the project. So it's 50-50 either way.
Well, if Steve's already he's probably got a good grasp of what's going on with the project.
He's there once a week. And I have all his submitted inspection reports that he has also submitted to DEP.
And it just makes me wonder, like you said, if it's conflict here, but if it's not, it's not.
Well, they both seem fairly familiar with the project, so.
Well, I guess I'll make a motion that we hire Steve Roberge to be our third-party inspector for this.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded that we hire Steve Roberge to be our third-party inspector for this subdivision. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
In favor. Okay, Sunday River overflow engineering and cost.
I don't think you have anything in writing. I
No.
think this is all on me.
This is all Joe.
Okay.
Yep.
So in 2006, 7-ish, we did a project in Sunday River to help mitigate the erosion that would eventually affect Sunday River Road, right across from where outward bound entrance is. That involved rock veins, it involved putting some very large tree stumps cabled to structures, trees, already on shore and sticking out into the river. In order to apply for a BRIC grant, which is helping with our hazard mitigation costs in the town because of the storms we've had and they've come to light, talking with Heather at MEMA, Maine Emergency Management, and then getting involved with Army Corps, DEP, and finding out what we were gonna need, talking with Jeff Stearns, who was also our consultant for the 2007 project. He gave me all of his files from 2007. The first and foremost part that I need your approval for is to move forward with the engineering. So the consultant costs, the engineer's costs, and the geologist, for lack of a better term, field geology, came up to about $35,000 in 2007. And I think that's doubled,
Right.
okay? And that's to get us started. Some of those costs, and I can't give you the formula for how much we will recoup for that, because until we get the grant approved, I don't know what they'll cover for our engineering and consultant fees. it's one of those things where we move forward on the basis of, we hope to get a grant. And the work I'm talking about is an overflow channel of Sunday River that the flood in May, December, and then this past spring, late winter, early spring, has just made this giant rock dam. It comes past where the rock veins and the tree stumps were tied in, some of which are now a lot further downstream, they didn't last. To get where that rock dam, it looks like a sandbar, but rocks, and take that work that Mother Nature has already started for us, but kind of build a better barricade by dropping trees across it. This is just a rough idea so far from the consultant, this is not written in stone. Get the trees, drop them across, and solidify that again with cables, more rock veins. They hope, they think, this is what their plan would be. And then get the river to go back into its main channel and away from the properties that it's affecting. I mean, this is what took out, everybody's familiar with Sunday River Road, just when you're traveling, let's say, north, past the covered bridge, where the water came across all the big fields there and took out parts of Sunday River Road and Roderick Road. This is part of that overflow channel, this is part of that water that came down from that area. It'll help 4 property owners immediately, but later it does affect our public infrastructure with the roads, the Roderick and Sunday River. And hopefully it helps to mitigate any issues Sunday River covered bridge might have. Can't guarantee that. We don't know what Mother Nature will throw at us this year. But I don't want to start spending money without letting you guys know what we're working towards. And this is one of those 85%, kind of like FEMA, that we get matched. It will not match everything, just so you guys know that.
Budget-wise, how we didn't budget for that?
No.
So what would that require? We'd have to have a special town meeting?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. Well, I don't know how government all works, I'm gonna ask supplemental funds, I'm probably saying that wrong. There's a fund that has supplemental money in it, does that still have to get townspeople, okay, special town meeting,
Designated
please.
funds.
Oh, thank you, that's the word I wanted to use.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so,
we have to get town approved.
Okay,
for that amount of money.
yeah,
Where this was, is this kinda under FEMA?
no.
No.
This is a FEMA fund, but it's handled more on hazard mitigation side, not let's fix what was damaged side. So,
I
yeah.
was thinking another
Yeah.
loan that we have, but if we can't touch that because it's completely different.
It is completely different, yeah. This is a mitigation side. MEMA was ready and willing to help us the minute we get our engineering ready to go. MEMA will help with the grant writing. They will help me learn as I go through this, be my first grant process through emergency management to get these funds. So it's needed. We need to keep our infrastructure in place.
Well, it's gonna just keep coming towards the road if we don't.
It is gonna keep coming towards the road, 100%.
I mean, it's come probably more in the last 5 or 6 years, so.
We'll be while I have the consultants on site in the next year, I'm gonna bring them further up towards the letter S area, because that took it hard for for the December storm. So, maybe another project that we look at for, say, 2 or 3 years down the road would be a letter S hazard mitigation project, but this one would come first.
In order for us to do this, we almost have to have the money, or say we have the money, so we're gonna have to have a special town meeting.
Correct. Yep.
So I guess that would be our next
What kind of-
step, if
Yeah,
we agreed to do this, we'd have to have a special town meeting to see if the town will raise the money.
what kind of a time frame do we need?
Well, I'm not gonna make the November grant process, so this is and I still need the engineers to design it, I need Jeff Stearns to help us with the consulting and get our 180-day Tier 1 permit from DEP. So this will be next November that I go after the grant.
So then, I don't know, you still need the money.
I need to
pay
start
for
laying,
the
I need to start outlaying cash now, yes. This won't make it to next July.
Your thoughts, Mandy?
I mean, I wish there was a better system, because I feel like if it all washed away, we're just gonna put it back the way it was. Seems a little.
Mother Nature could wash that sandbar away,
Exactly,
which
true.
wouldn't
I
be
mean,
good.
I feel like at this day and age, there just has to be a better system, but that's, I'm not the engineer, so I don't.
Right.
Well, at this point in time, FEMA says they don't have any money, if you listen to the news.
Yeah.
Well, how can they have with all the destruction
Disasters
that's
that we've
all
had,
over the United
right.
States?
The hazard mitigation dollars, that checkbook still has money.
Yeah.
As far as the outlay that we are resourcing, obviously, to put our roads back and what all the taxpayers, applied for and either received or didn't receive. But that's what we hear, the checkbook is dry.
Right.
But the mitigation side, this money, so I'm gonna go after that grant.
So what is the next step? The next step is the special town meeting, or the next step is to like call and kind of get?
I'd have to get numbers before we'd have to have
Yeah.
a special town meeting. We
Yeah,
could go to the people and say, hey, well,
We think it's 70
We might
grand.
need
yeah.
$70,000,
Yeah.
we
Right.
might not, maybe.
Yeah.
Inflation being what it is, I mean,
I would assume it's doubled.
I'm assuming
in
it's
4 years,
doubled,
just
yeah.
to know, but-
I come up roughly with $35,376, 2006-7 pricing,
Right.
and that was for our engineers and consultants.
So I guess the next step is then to have you try to get a estimate of what it's gonna be.
I can work with the engineer and the consultant to get some of those numbers together, yes.
And
Yeah.
then once we have them, we'll have the special town meeting
Okay,
and put it before the.
We have to figure out, even if they approve it, how the money's coming.
Well, right, but we can't figure that out. till we-
No, I understand, we need to know numbers, but what I'm saying is,
Well,
even if they approve it, we've already got a tax commitment for what we're paying, what the
Right.
money is, so we gotta figure out another way to come up with that money, even if it's approved,
It would be an
undesignated
undesignated funds.
funds,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I will move forward and get some estimate of costs. The permits through the state of Maine aren't that expensive, they might get $500. It's the 180 days they take to approve it, that's
Right.
Yeah, just like-
aggravating.
Just like Lord.
Well, yeah, Land Use Planning Commission. But then we also, I don't wanna start shelling out, $3,000, $4,000, $6,000 every other week without telling you guys what the money's going for. So let me get with the consultant and the engineer and see what we can work through.
Can't wait to hear that number.
I know. Okay. I've got marching orders. Thank you.
Do you wanna do her road updates if she doesn't?
I can do that if you guys want me to keep talking.
sure,
I didn't
if
think
you're
you
on a roll.
I didn't think you wanted to keep staying, so.
Yeah, sure. I took a look at all the asphalt patching that's been done, shoulder work, so that we don't have that big drop off from the new asphalt to the shoulders, and all the cones will finally start getting picked up, which we would love to see. Talked to Doug today, Doug Jones from Cross. He has the wheeled excavator being delivered to the Sunday River Fire Station tomorrow, so they can start work on Sunday River Road. CPM, which Loretta will cover in a little bit, they're working, they are the contractor for the abutment work on Eames Bridge on Branch Road, but they're also the contractor with, for Simmons Brook, but attached to that was a deadline. So Loretta will cover that in a minute.
Speaking of that, the last time they left an excavator at Sunday River, that sucker's going through the blacktop where the bucket was. If you look at it over by the telephone pole, there's a hole in the ground that deep where the bucket was setting,
Okay, I'll take a look.
over towards the telephone pole.
Where we're gonna put the generator?
well, you was gonna be.
Right,
In
right.
that area, it might be a
Okay.
little bit towards Sunday River, but you can see it once you get there.
Okay, I'll take a look.
I haven't noticed it.
I didn't notice it last night, I'll take a look. Okay. So,
That excavator's there now, by the way.
oh, it is, oh, thank you. Okay, so that's there. Jack Taylor will start that work. Branch Road, as soon as the bridge abutment is complete, we will asphalt the rest of that road. All the patching up at Letter S, Roderick, Valley View, Wheeler, is all complete. All the asphalt patches in.
Lone Pine Road,
Lone Pine Road, done. Yep,
that was a nasty bump.
that was a
Yeah,
big
that was
bump,
horrible.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't hear about that sooner.
yeah. Me too. When I drove over, I thought, whoa.
It was great, cause it was there one day, and then the next day I went up with a bus, it was fixed.
It was magic, just for the school bus, huh?
Yep, yep. Somebody born.
So next year's plan is gonna be, see how all these patches have worn through the winter, with frost and plowing, and then we need to look at where we wanna start again with our 5-year paving schedule, and where do we tackle that? So, we'll worry about that about February, when I go out to bid to get asphalt prices and how much we wanna go for. Because the only part FEMA will pay for is the patches you see today. They're not gonna pay to pave a section of road. They're just gonna pay to bring that pavement back to where it needs to be.
They'll pay for the section from the bridge down where it's gravel.
Yes, on Branch Road, yes, but I'm just saying, as you see the brand new asphalt patches, next year when we put, an inch or an inch and a half overlay finish coat, they're only paying for what was damaged, not the whole road. So everybody,
So they'll pay for that 100 by 100 section.
And then go to the next one.
and then go to the next one, yeah, by 3 feet.
At least you've already got the information on that.
I do, I do.
Can a town take over Route 26?
No.
You want the taxes to go up real good, don't you?
But I feel your pain, I
Yeah,
really do,
yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah,
Also, the branch road, I hope they're gonna grade it better before they pave the dirt section, because that's a little rough through there.
It's rough now, it
Yeah.
looked great, huh?
I know it looks good,
No,
but you
but
drive
it was-
across it, it just
As
like
soon as,
that.
no, it was, as soon as it was done for about a week, it stayed nice and smooth. And then it rained, and then there was traffic, and now it's rough again. Yes, they will grade it again. I think that's about it for roads. I don't have a whole lot more to dictate on that right now. Sunday River Road to Riley, that'll get graded like it does every fall. I've asked, and we actually changed the contract for it to go even later, so it can get done like October 15th. So hopefully the leaf peepers are gone, and they're not trying to do 40 miles an hour up that dirt section, which is what gives us that washboard effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to push that as late as I can into the year. Code enforcement's code enforcement, same old stuff. Permits are being issued every day. We're up to permit number 43. I think we have 25 brand-new single-family structures being built.
I see they're putting a foundation in up there on the Wheeler Road.
Yep, Scott's finally building. Now that the road's ready, he can get into his lot and feel a little more secure that the sides won't cave in on him. Yeah. Any questions? Do you want me to stay for Simmons Brook? Do you want to cover that now?
we can.
We're on a roll.
Might as well. So I got an email from Mitchell Boyce, and it's, in front of you. He's been working with Craig Babbage at Cross Excavation on getting the Branch Brook bridges repaired for the latest flood damage. He's meeting with Craig on site next week to review, but he wants to get started at Branch Brook for the concrete repairs. He's thinking hopefully towards the end of next week. This just pushes back a little on the Simmons Brook. He was wondering if he could get an extra contract time for the days we spend on Branch Brook bridges and add those to the October 15th completion date for the Simmons Brook. So for example, if it took 4 days to complete the Branch Road, they'd like to add on 4 days for the Simmons Brook. We have a contract with them, and that was signed, saying it had to be done by October 15th.
Doesn't wanna go much past the 15th in order to get it paid
Paid.
decently.
Right.
Right.
So I said I will bring it to you guys, and if you,
So why can't we just do Simmons Brook this week? or the beginning of next week.
No, that's a longer,
And then they can do the Branch Road after.
That's the same problem, asphalt.
Yeah,
There's more asphalt needed on Branch Road than there is on Sunday River Road to up against the new wear coat on Simonsburg.
Well, what's just to say they're gonna be like, oh, it took 3 weeks on the Branch Road.
well, on the Simmons Brook Road, we have a deadline on our contract, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what they're
That's
asking
what
to
they're
asking
extend.
for us
That's
to
the thing.
extend.
yeah,
You know,
if they can extend it. from-
they could extend it, I wouldn't wanna go more than about a week. I know they're asking for,
Well, he's not really saying how long.
yeah, that's the point.
So I mean, if you guys wanna say a week,
I'm gonna give them, I think that'd be all I'd give them.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's already October 15th is the completion date, so.
right,
Yeah, it needs to get, it should be driven on before pavement. I
They were
don't care
supposed
how
to
wide-
start today.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I don't
their
care how
original
wide you
email.
compacted, it still
Right.
changes.
We've already had a bunch of 45-degree mornings up here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a few days before frost.
Yeah.
I mean, if we do give them an extension, I wouldn't do more than
I'd be specific on how many days.
5 business days.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't even really wanna do that for the record.
So we have to make a motion.
Make a motion.
I make a motion, we give this guy,
CPM.
yep, a no more than 5 business day extension on their October 15th completion date for the Simmons Brook.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded that we give CPM, or whoever it is,
Yeah.
5 business days to complete
Extension.
an extension for the Simmons Bridge. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
In favor.
We don't have any holidays in that time frame, do we?
Yep.
Columbus
Columbus
Day.
Day.
Or Indigenous People Day.
Oh, yeah.
That's on the 14th.
Yeah,
That's on
it
the
is.
14th. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, better get to
Now
it.
you're pushing it back almost to the 1st of November.
Okay, well, 5 days after the 15th is,
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a holiday there, that's
Right.
one more day, you know?
well, I have to work on the holidays, so.
Maybe I have to.
Don't think they do though.
I have one more update. Any town vehicles, namely fire trucks, that have to make a call up skiway anywhere past Merrillbrook condominiums, you're gonna be doing 5 miles per hour until they get that road fixed. It is hideous. There you go. Selectmen, no, if the truck's gotta roll up there, we're going slow. Okay? Mm. I'm told there's a contractor gonna fix it, but for right now, yeah. Good,
I guess we're good
Okay,
okay,
for now.
thank you all.
thanks. Email this dude.
They want us to sign for something we screwed up.
I'll ask him to rewrite it,
Um,
or I'll write something and have him.
He's built that with Simmons 3
I saw that. Oh, you're talking about the county?
Yeah.
You moved on to the county already? I'm sorry.
Well, we already
Oh, we haven't
approved all
updated.
that.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's all right.
another thing that's dipping into our budget.
Yes.
This is a new one.
This is the new one. I got this in the mail today, the
right
correct
amount.
one. Because I told them I weren't gonna have you sign one that wasn't correct. So this is the correct amount.
And we already approved that.
Yeah, well, yeah. So now you guys, we don't actually even have to approve it. You guys just have to sign this here form and say that we will pay it. Which is
No.
$921,277.
921,277.
Yeah,
Oh, that's gonna be added that
Yeah,
other
run into it, yeah. We didn't quite collect that much money today, but we did okay.
We did all right today.
We don't have to make a motion or anything, right, because we already did all that.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I'd make one anyway, just saying that.
Well, I make a motion that we sign the correct
Right,
Oxford County tax bill, even though it was their error. We shouldn't have to,
right. For $921,277.
for that exact amount.
I'll second that.
And move the second that we sign, you know, Oxford County tax. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
So what was the other thing that I skipped over or something?
No, you didn't. I was just, you had already moved on and I was still on the old one. Yeah, you're good. I just have to play catch up, that's all.
We've been doing that.
We've been, yes. It's been a Tuesday night, I told you.
Yeah.
All right, now permission to use the Grange Hall for senior players?
Yes,
Is that the same people that used it last year?
yes it is. And I got the updated insurance and they'd like to start using it on Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Let's see, probably want to move to the Grange second or third week of September through the 13th of November, depending on how things go. I said, I'm assuming you can still use it, but I just want to run it by the board and.
We didn't have any issues with them before.
No. And they're not doing Tai Chi there this year, so they don't have to work around that, but they're just.
Well, I guess, at least it's being used, if we've got to heat it,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
somebody use it, I guess.
Yeah, it's 4 to 6, so usually if anybody else uses it, say on the weekend, and our meetings would be not on, normally on Wednesday, so.
I make a motion that we allow the senior players the use of the Grange Hall.
I'll second that.
And move to second that we give permission to the senior players to use the Grange Hall. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
In favor.
Thank you.
Now, do we have anything else?
Yes. We did.
Yes.
That was the addition. I'm asking permission to take an extra $100 out of, for petty cash, because today we had somebody come in with a couple big bills, and we had to give them $80 back, and we owe Amy 40, and all I had was 5s to give the guy, or some 1s, and I didn't really wanna give him 25 left. So, we usually keep $100 petty cash, but we'd like to have another 100 in the safe. So looking for approval for that.
Needed a motion or just approval?
I'm making a motion, and I'm gonna have you sign life away. Motions are good.
Yep.
Then I can say, they told me I could do this.
I'll make a motion that you increase the petty cash another $100.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Been moved to second that we increase the petty cash by $100. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
In favor. Thanks for helping us out.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like this guy, he didn't wanna use his credit card because there's a fee on it. And then and I'm like, oh.
I was like, oh, let me see what I got.
You could've called me, I do have some cash in here. Firewood cash.
But I kind of feel, you feel bad for people like, oh, I can't give you cash.
I know.
He was very nice though.
Cash used to be the only way to go.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
If we didn't have that 3% charge on the credit card stuff, more people would use it, but I don't blame them.
It doesn't stop people, I mean.
No, it doesn't, no, it doesn't, a lot of them, so,
I have a lot of use of this.
yeah.
Now, is that all, we can go on to the deputy clerk?
Yes. The
clerk's tired. The clerk is tired from lots of, we had a lot of phone calls today,
Which we knew.
which we knew we would. A lot of it was because people sold their properties.
Yeah.
I got this tax bill. A lot of online payments, which is good. We had $52,000 in payments just over the last weekend for taxes, so we had a lot of checks come in today, so it's started and it's coming in good.
Yeah. So we can pay that county bill.
So we can pay the bill. For the county.
Yep.
Okay, I guess we can go with the town administrator's report.
Well, all the lights are done. In the buildings, all buildings.
They picked up their trash, have they?
They, yep, they picked it all up Thursday. Supposed to have. I do have to call them about programming the other side of our office, cause all lights came on this morning when I come in. So we gotta look at that one. The chimney guy, I had sent him an email and asked him if he had got to look at the chimney. Well, he had just got married and he was on his honeymoon, so he was gonna get back to me.
Come on.
I said, well, I guess that's a good excuse.
Good anyhow.
Enjoy your honeymoon, I said. And I sent my letter to the UT asking for money, and I'm supposed to call Tony Carter just to discuss with him what, I did it, I requested $5,000, I don't know if it's, we used to get 1,500, and last year I requested 3,000, and of course things got delayed, so this year I went up, because you've had, 3 in Grafton, and 2 in Riley, or something like that.
Something like
So,
that, yeah.
something.
So this is
Or I
for
gotta-
fire,
This is for fire, yeah,
for county.
Yeah.
Townships.
so,
I think Grafton's probably had more than 3.
yeah, one of them's had more than the other, but I can't remember which order, whatever went into. So, I gotta call him, but been too busy. Kinda looking into a planning position for AvCog, we used AvCog before for the planning board. We'll see how that's gonna go, Joelle and I have been kinda working on that, we haven't got too far. Jack Taylor's still working on the drone stuff, Pat Feeney said he'd do the cemetery repairs. Still waiting on updates for the transfer station, surprise, surprise. That's about it.
We don't have any more new meetings for the transfer station, do we?
Nothing, haven't heard anything yet. So, and there is a, MMA's got a planning board and board of appeals workshop on October 10th, so I plan on sending that out to planning board and the 2 people on appeals. They can do it Zoom, or they can go to Augusta, but I'm assuming most of them want to do Zoom. It's late, yeah, it was 4:30 to 8:30 if they go to Augusta, so. That's about all I got.
I'm going to class next
Oh, yeah, Amy and I have to,
Thursday.
next week, that's next week already?
week. Yeah.
Well, the 12th, Amy and I have to go to election training. Lori will be here. So, yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
I make a motion to adjourn at 5:43.
I'll second it. It's been moved and seconded, we adjourn